Alright guys, you're back at Octane Garage where we are going to get back to our Tyranid X build. We're going to finish stripping this frame down. We're going to get the candle off of here. We're going to have to do some work on that later, but we got to have that working. You got to have light, guys. So we're going to get the forks off, the swing arm off. I think the first thing a fella's going to have to do, we're going to have to get this thing up in the air. We need it up in the air to get the tires off the ground so we can actually do some work on it. And over here we got some sandpaper we're going to sand the frame down with. Got some paint. Got some peanuts. You gotta have peanuts. Anytime you're building something, you want peanuts and Mountain Dew. That's gonna get you through it, I'll tell you. Got some grips. We found some new grips the other day, so I'm excited about that. Gotta have something to hang on to when you're riding, you know, something good on them hands. You don't want to get too carried away, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, we're gonna start by getting this thing up in the air. All right, we got it up in the air. We did the right thing, threw this box under there to hold it up for us, because that's what we have. We're going to go ahead and get the tennis shoes off it. Oh, we got a spider in there. You know, it looks dead, luckily, but I don't mind a spider once in a while. Although, if you get the wrong one, it could be deadly. We don't have a lot of those in Michigan. Also, I think, well, I'll just leave the bolts down in there for now. And we'll get the other shoe off. Hopefully this thing doesn't tip over on us, because it's going to be too tight in the back. I don't think it will. And I'm not sure on these shoes if we're going to get maybe something a little more meaty. Woo. Oh, it jumped a little bit, guys. But I think that's okay. We'll just leave the bolts right there. I think everything looks pretty good back here. So far, so good. It's a little off balance now, but I think it'll stay there. Next, I think we're going to go ahead and get this stuff apart. We're going to take the light guard off here. We'll get the forks out. Get the handlebars off. I believe it or not, when we had this fired up, the light turned on, and it pointed down. Because this thing, but I think if we could get it to stay up there, it could light up a trail for us. I like to see what I'm running over. You want to be able to see if you're going to hit something. You want to at least know what you hit. Not find out later when they wake you up. So this one's being a little stubborn. And keep it all with this headlight. So, with that being said, we're going to make our way back here. It looks like this used to have a tail light one time. We don't have the tail light anymore, which is probably bad, because as fast as this thing is, I feel like I'll be in the lead.
Oh really?
And without that tail light, people are going to be a little bit, they're not going to be able to see me.
That dirt bike will be in the lead.
This thing, this has been on here a while. I hope I can get this one off. It's our Sparkomatic 7000. And we got a new one because this one's messed up. So, looks like we can unbolt it right here, hopefully. Hopefully those don't break. Look at these bolts here. We got a lot of rust. Nice. One down. Alright. So we'll do the right thing and throw them in this box and figure it out later. Now this can all come through here. And I will say, that's not a lot of wiring. I mean, this is all the wiring for this whole three-wheeler. That's it. Right here. That's it. We got this doohickey, which I really don't know what that does. But it does something. Could be. I'm not sure what that's for. And we got this thing. I know this is the Sparkomatic. That's going to help you get spark. You know, the candle gives us light. And this is our on-off switch. We got the on-off switch for the motor and the light. So, that's it. I mean, not a whole lot of wiring there. So it'll be easy later when we have to figure the wiring out. There's really not a lot to figure out. Okay, it's working. So I couldn't find a hammer, so I did the best I could, and I'm just going to tap it down with this, which appears to be working so far, the best I can tell. They're moving. That one's moving easier than this one, but maybe I can hit the tire. They coming? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna, wait a minute, we gotta get the handlebars off. Oh, mama. Alright. We got it. And we set those rims in the perfect spot to catch that. So we'll roll this thing out of the way. Just lay her down right here.
How lucky was that? That was so lucky.
Alright. Hopefully it didn't mess our tennis shoe up there. Oh boy, okay. Well, she'll sit there like that for now. Alright. So it worked. It wasn't ideal. It was not the way I planned it, but you know, this is my first time. So, as a first timer, we're doing the best we can. We did get them out. We got them out, and yeah, it fell for a minute there. And had we left the back tennis shoes on, it would have just landed right on the tennis shoes. But we took them off, thinking it was the right thing. Next time we'll leave them on. So either way, we got the forks off. We're making progress. So now I got to figure out. I got this bolt here, and I think there's probably something under that fender. Maybe a rod that runs all the way through here. I don't know. So we're gonna get what we'll do is we'll slide this fender off. We're gonna see what we got under here. There's a little bubble there. Makes me feel like there's gonna be something up under there. So I'd rather take these off. We could tape them, but you know, we're this far. Might as well take them off. We can check the bearings in there and see what we got. So under here, we got 4 bolts. If I had to guess, I'd say those are pretty small. That would be my guess. I'm going to say 10. Yep, okay. Let's get a socket. Let's get a 10 millimeter. Now 10's, that's the one socket. If you're going to lose a socket, you're going to lose number 10. There's a whole lot of number 10 somewhere because we got spider webs again. That doesn't worry me much. This is going to be a spider here and there on a 3-wheeler. It's just going to... You're going to have to deal with spiders, guys, if you're doing this stuff. That's all there is to it. So I think we'll run these bolts back up in here. That I've found... Personally, I found that is about the best way for me to know what bolt goes where. It's just thread them back in, you know, thread them back in. Okay, so now if you look under here, you can kind of see what we got. It does look like there's a rod that runs all the way through, and it bolts this way. So I'm thinking if we get that bolt off the top and we loosen this up, we'll be able to slide it all out. So I think that's where we're at for now. So we'll have to get that bolt off the top, and then we'll slide this baby out. Alright, we gotta get the brake stuff off. Get our little brake reservoir, or that holds the brake fluid. We'll get that off. Oh, we don't want to put those back in there because we're a big fan. So, next, gotta get this thing off. This thing is completely, well, it's worthless. We're gonna have to order a new one. The boot looks like it does what boots do when they get old. You know, it looks all nasty, and so we'll probably order some new brake stuff for this thing because it's good to stop. Although we run fast, we ride hard, but stopping, it's sometimes a plus. Don't want to run into anybody. So we'll slide this down here like this for now. I think maybe we can just do this actually. We'll take it right off. That's what we'll do. It's going to leak a little fluid, but That's okay, we don't mind. So we'll pull that line off. We'll put this back on here before we lose it. Thought there should be 2 seals on that, but seems like there's only one, unless one of them fell. Alright, now we'll throw this in with the rest of our nuts and bolts and let it leak all over. That'll get the other ones all oiled up. Alright, next. I'm thinking, I thought this slid off there, but get the shock bolt off. Swing arm bolts off. We'll have to move these adjusters off, and that'll slide out, and we can get rid of that whole swing arm. So, that'll be next. So, we're learning as we go. Oh, I see. That's just, alright. Now, we're going to leave this hooked up, because I do believe, I'm not mistaken, this is filled up, pressurized. I think they are. So, if I take that loose, it's probably going to lose pressure, make a big hissing noise, and we'll have to redo our shock, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to leave that together. This hose can come out of here, just kind of dangling there, all on its own. And I think it was supposed to connect to something, and it's not anymore. That's weird. That's pinched off. Oh, huh. All right. So yeah, it connects up into that, and it was connected over here to this somewhere. So we'll figure that out later. Now we're gonna have to get the fresh air system taken care of. Now I see somebody's just stuck this in here, just like that. It's supposed to have a cage that goes around it, so we'll address that later. For now, it's gonna go in the box with all the other miscellaneous stuff. Here we are. We got down to the bare bones. We still have to get this off. We're thinking about taping it off, just because I don't know how to take it off. I mean, I know there's something to do with this, getting this off. Probably would slide out, but I bet there's a bunch of bearings in there that are gonna go all over the garage. I'll probably lose them all. So we might tape this off. We might try to take it off. We got all these little rubber doohickeys and these guys. We're gonna pull all those off, which I'm gonna do right now, actually. So we'll get all these off. I don't know what this one's for. It must have been something. Probably went to this one, I suppose. I don't know. But I really don't know what.
Maybe the toolkit, right? No.
Maybe. Oh no, the toolkit on these was a little box in the back.
Oh, okay.
I bet you that's why this side's different. The toolkit bolted like right in there somewhere. They had a neat little toolkit for these. We're gonna throw those all in there. So we're getting right down to the end here, guys. We'll get these rubbers off so they're not red. Any of the little rubber pieces we can just slide off. We want to, because I don't really like it when people paint their stuff and leave little rubber pieces on it, and then those are red. So let's see if we can get that off. Yeah, this will help. This helps your chain. Nope, doesn't just pop off there though, does it? Interesting. I got the screw out, but it's still on there. There we go. I knew it would come off there eventually. So we're gonna throw that bolt back in there. So later I kind of, they'll stay together that way. They're friends. All right. So they've lived together a long time. Just saying. You want to keep them together. We got to flip this over. We got a skid plate on there still. We want to get the skid plate off. I'm thinking red frame, silver skid plate, black skid plate maybe. All right, so we're gonna get the chain guard, or we're gonna get the skid plate off, and we'll decide if we're gonna take this off. First coat's just gonna be a dust coat. Just to try to. Okay, here's the end results. I think it turned out very well. If you like our videos and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Maybe share it with a friend. It does help the channel out. We do appreciate it. Tune into our next video where we are going to start the reassembly process, and hopefully we'll be riding this thing pretty soon. We appreciate you watching. Thanks again, guys.